I'm very, very upset. I'm very disappointed because there was a call that was waiting, and I was just loading up for it, Don.
Oh.
But I was trying to pick it at the right time because we just got off of Valaquette, so I saw a Ranger call. Let's go to the Rangers, keep that going, and then I was going to take this call, and he dropped off. The guy's name was Vinny from Connecticut.
What was
the
it?
guy wanted to say they should be benching Aaron Judge too.
No.
And then my question was to Vinny. So Vinny, I hope you're still listening.
Vinny Gombaz.
Instead of whom? So Trent Grisham? Who are you benching Aaron Judge for? Aaron Judge also has 8 years left on his contract. The Yankees aren't going anywhere if Aaron Judge doesn't hit. The Yankees could go someplace without Gleyber Torres, and the Yankees have a picture-perfect made person to slide in if Torres doesn't hit. That's DJ LeMahieu because Oswaldo Cabrera is hitting 290, 300, whatever the number is. But benching Aaron Judge doesn't make any sense. Why are people so hot to do this? There's no real clear guy to take over for him, and they can't win without him anyway.
Hold on. I'm going a step further than you, and I don't care if I'm out of line. I'm right, and if you disagree, guess what, Michael K. voice of the Yankees? You're wrong. Aaron Judge could bat .096 for the entire season. He's never come in. You might take him out for a game. You might try to give him a break and restart him. He's the entire franchise. You signed him forever. He's the heart and soul of the team. Literally, the season would end on with him batting 124, and he's still going to play 135 games. Well, are people out of their mind? So there's no player who is you just know is playing even if they have a bad year?
Well, I don't want to speak for Vinny, and I do think he's out of his mind, but
Go ahead.
LeMahieu has played over 200 games at first base. So is he suggesting that LeMahieu then, when he comes back, replaces Aaron Judge at first?
So he's not at first, Aaron Judge.
No, but I'm saying when you start to move things around, like you can bench Rizzo. Where are we going with?
There's no replacement
Judge
for
being out of
Aaron
line?
Judge. It's a ridiculous thought, and I've seen it on Twitter too. I'm not just jumping on Vinny from Connect. They should bench Judge. No, Judge has to play to continue to find his way out of it. But you can't keep running Gleyber out there without any power and 2 RBIs when you have a ready-made replacement in DJ LeMahieu. That was my point. Judge is not getting benched, nor should he get benched.
Yeah, and he's never played the outfield from what I've seen, so I don't know what he could do.
Michael, will you tell me if I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
No.
He could bat 120 the whole year. He's playing all year. He's the team.
He is the captain of the team. You're not benching him. It makes sense that he'll get out of it. But he'd
have to become Chris Davis. Forget how to play baseball for 3 years. It's never happening.
Right. And if they had a viable replacement, then I understand because you could sit him down for a couple of days, but.
Even then, it would be a couple of days.
It's just a couple of days, but Trent Grisham is the option? What's wrong with people? How they turned on this guy who's done nothing but give the Yankees his body and forget it. Whatever.
Why can't we have two conversations? Let's be reasonable. You can say, hey, I'm a little concerned a month into the season with Aaron Judge.
Should be.
That's totally fine.
I think we are
we all agree.
Close to concern level.
Yeah, like, hey, what's going on?
It's not ridiculous anymore.
No, you're allowed to go.
100 at bats now.
No, there's something off. There's something going on. You have the right to say that. But the next sentence to then be, and I think you should sit down. Oh, my Lord.
He must have meant just for a game.
You'd hope.
No, it didn't seem like that. But
the word wouldn't be benched, though. That would be called giving him a day off.
Peter, why don't you tell us about Dodge?
You know what? All right, I will. Hey, New
Not only do I think Judge should be benched, they should make him the bat boy, Michael. Maybe just cut him altogether. I mean,
I
really,
like what you're saying. Send him back to the minors, perhaps.
No, just cut him. Just cut his ass. That's how I would say. Cut his fat ass.
Wow.
People just
As
have
Don
no
once
clue.
said.
He's Evan Neal. Judge is now right now Evan Neal is what you're saying.
That's
It's
right.
amazing.
Any slack or anything. He almost broke. He's the best home run hitter of our era, and you got to cut him after a month because he's having a little bit of a slump.
You really do wonder about the mindset of fans now. I know people are going to say, no, fans is short for fanatic. It's not short for moron.
Love it. You know what?
Fans not short for moron. I mean, you're going to bench Aaron Judge? I mean, are you out of your mind? The only way Aaron Judge sits down is just to piggyback on what Peter said, is if he's hurt.
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
Good.
Thank you for taking my call.
You got it.
I I understand you're on basketball, but I'd like to get a baseball point across. I'm 63 years old, a big Met fan.
Same age.
Certainly not a Yankee hater, and I consider myself an educated sports fan. I disagree with saying I didn't call it safe to bench Judge, but if a star player is not playing well, Michael, I think you should absolutely bench him. I mean, there were times in Stargell's career, early in his career, he was horrendous against lefties, and he was benched often. Mattingly signed a $19 million contract in '91. He was benched during the Alvaro Espinosa years. Manta was benched at one time for not hustling out a ball from Casey Stengel.
But Michael, wait a minute. Are you talking about sitting a guy for a game? I'm fine with that. These people want him benched, not to play.
No, you can't. Money's a big part of the game, and Judge is a superstar. But if your star player is not producing, and I understand you guys made points of what do you have on the bench to replace him, there has got to be an avenue besides just let's get it. I mean, maybe sit him for a couple games, get something out, but star players, in my opinion, I'm old school, and I understand everything's about analytics now, and it's all a different game, and again, money's a big part of it, but a manager should be able to bench any player at any time.
For a game, but I don't think anyone disagrees that for a game, people should have the right to bench them, but also, I want to know, and I know he wasn't saying specifically you should bench Judge, but when a player's struggling to hit, it's not Judge's lack of effort. You're not trying to teach him a lesson. He just can't seem to get it going. So what are you hoping to do?
And that's the way they would eventually paint it, Michael, if they gave him,
just give him a rest.
A couple of days off. We think he needs a little bit of a rest here.
Or a reset, they call it.
Because you don't want to have controversy swirling around your star player.
But the backup outfielder on the Yankees, Don, is Trent Grisham. He doesn't have a hit. So it's not like you're going down the line and putting in Juan Soto. Soto's playing right. Verdugo's playing left. Judge is your center fielder. There's nobody that you're keeping back on the bench. Judge has to figure it out. And also, everybody on the team, except for Soto, is going through a horrendous slump. Why are we concentrating? You can't bench them all.
No, you can't. What, are you going to bench Rizzo? You're going to bench
Glaber?
Glaber.
And since his hot start, Anthony Volpe stopped hitting. So you're going to bench all of them?
I think that there was a time back when the managers had the authority to do that type of thing. I don't think they have that authority anymore.
I think he has the authority to do it, but to what end?
But what I'm saying is the authority, meaning can Aaron Boone do it? Sure. But is he going to come under scrutiny? Is the organization going to have his back if Aaron Boone just decided, you know what, I'm going to give him this series off because I don't like the fact that he's hitting? They would take Boone aside and say, you can't talk about our star player like that. We've got an investment in this guy. You can't do that. Now, back 50 years ago, management would have Casey Stengel's back or even Joe Torre's back in situations like that. But nowadays, I'm sorry, Aaron Judge is now a partner in what goes on with this organization, and the last thing they want to ever do is embarrass him. I don't even think, Michael, that what Torre did to A-Rod, batting him 8th in that playoff series, I don't think that would ever happen with Aaron Judge. Because believe it or not, I think Aaron Judge right now is probably more important to the Yankees than A-Rod was back then.
I mean, when Torre did it was inconceivable that he did, by batting him 8th. And then it was more inconceivable when Joe Girardi pinch hit for him twice.
Right.
In a playoff series. So, listen, they had Raul Ibanez. They felt that could do better. And you know what? He pinch hit for him, and Ibanez hit a home run. So Girardi, like a genius. But Judge still has 3 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Have you seen the Yankees lineup? No one is hitting. Why is Aaron Judge getting all the hate? I don't get it.
Can the weather warm up a little bit here? Can we just get going? I mean, it's April, for God's sakes. I understand it's a little jarring, and the only reason that I would throw the word concern out is because there was an injury in spring training that kept him out, and you wonder, is that toe bothering him? What kept him out in spring training, is that creeping back up again? But as far as him figuring it out, I'm sorry, the back of the baseball card tells me he's eventually going to figure it out.
And I told you this yesterday, everybody. There's one statistical line that is concerning to me. The hard hit ball number. It's just way down. So is something bothering him? Now, something, and also the gentleman brought up benching Mattingly in 91. Mattingly's back was bad. Couldn't get out of bed. They didn't bench Don Mattingly because he couldn't hit. Don Mattingly's back was out. Every swing was, let's hold your breath and see how it holds up.